What if you finally built your dream career in Hollywood, only to be told you might not be allowed to stay in the country? Meet Becky. She started in a small boutique in Norwich, England. What began as a simple job in fashion slowly turned into something bigger, a real career path. Years later, after hard work and determination, Becky found herself in Los Angeles, one of the most competitive fashion and entertainment markets in the world. But just as her career started gaining momentum, she ran into a challenge many international professionals eventually face: the visa system. At one point, several lawyers told her the same thing. Her chances of staying in the United States were extremely slim. So, how did a stylist from a small town in England end up working with celebrities in Hollywood and find a visa strategy when others said it wasn't possible? In today's video, Becky shares her full journey, from moving to Los Angeles at just 18 years old to navigating the complicated world of US immigration. And at the end, we'll also walk through some of the key practical steps many entrepreneurs take when preparing for an E2 visa. Let's dive into her story. Just a quick reminder, if you appreciate this in-depth content, please take a moment to like and subscribe. It helps us bring you more. Now, on with the story. Early dreams in fashion.
Hi, I'm Becky, and I'm a wardrobe stylist. I grew up in England and started in the fashion industry when I was 15, working in a little small boutique in Norwich, where I come from. And that's where I really learned to love the industry and see that there was careers within it, not just a Saturday job, essentially.
Every success story starts somewhere small. For Becky, it began in a small boutique in Norwich, England. What started as a simple job quickly became something more, a passion for fashion and the realization that there were real career opportunities in the industry. But dreaming about a career in fashion and building one in Hollywood are two very different things. To make that leap, Becky set her sights on Los Angeles. Would you move across the world to pursue your dream career? Tell us in the comments below.
Moving to Los Angeles.
So I put my mind to it and applied to go to FIDM in Los Angeles. And I was lucky enough actually to get on the phone with the director of admissions, and he said, "You have 2 weeks to get this project back to me on my desk, and if you do, then you get in." So that was like my first test of dedication and drive to the cause of moving to California. But I wanted to do it so much that there was just nothing stopping me. And I think as well, I saw it in my head, I visualized it, and when you see it happening, then it happens. And so 18, packed my suitcases, came over here, and started at FIDM, and also started doing internships from 18 onwards. And by the time I was 20, I was assisting a top celebrity stylist in LA because I paid my dues and I'd done the groundwork. And I think sometimes people wait a little long to start working for free because everyone has to do it at some point. Everyone has to show their dedication. Everyone has to pay their dues. And so by the time I was out of school, like I said, I was working for a celebrity stylist, starting people like Muse, Helen Mirren, people that I'd grown up dreaming that I'd never meet or even have a conversation with.
Breaking into the fashion industry takes more than talent. It takes persistence, long hours, and often years of internships just to prove your dedication. Becky embraced that challenge. At just 18 years old, she packed her bags and moved to Los Angeles to study fashion and start building her career. Slowly, step by step, she began gaining experience in the industry, learning how things really worked behind the scenes. But stories like Becky's also highlight something important about immigration to the United States. Different visa categories offer very different paths depending on what someone wants to do in the country. For example, let's imagine two people who both dream of living in the United States. Meet Alex. Alex decides to buy a vacation home in Florida so he can spend more time in the US, but simply owning property doesn't qualify someone for a visa. Now meet Sarah. Sarah decides to buy a small but active business, for example, a daycare, cafe, or retail store, and she plans to run it herself. Because Sarah is actively investing in and managing a real business, she may qualify for an E2 investor visa, while Alex would not. In other words, the E2 visa isn't just about spending money in the United States, it's about investing in and running a real business. Have you ever thought about starting a business in another country? Would it feel like an exciting opportunity or a huge risk? Tell us in the comments.
The Visa Challenge.
And I was telling them what to wear, which, really put things in perspective about how far I come and just gave me the drive to go further and just be even better and stay here even longer. And I even had the people at FIDM, the guy there telling me that I wasn't going to be able to get a visa on from this, and so many entertainment lawyers here and there from different clients telling me the same thing. And then I was blessed enough to find you. And you said, no, we're going to do it. And we did. We found this magical visa that I had never even known about. And it worked. They gave me 5 years.
Over time, all that effort began to pay off. Becky eventually found herself working with some of the biggest names in entertainment, people she had once only dreamed of meeting. But just when things seemed to be falling into place, a new challenge appeared. Staying in the United States legally can be one of the biggest hurdles for international professionals. And in Becky's case, several lawyers told her the same thing. Getting a visa might not be possible. Imagine hearing that after years of building your career. What would you do if the country where your career is growing suddenly told you your visa might not be possible? Tell us in the comments below.
Before we wrap up, let's do a quick challenge. Throughout Becky's story, you heard how building a successful career in the United States isn't always enough. Immigration status also plays a critical role. But how much do you actually know about U.S. work visas? Let's test your knowledge with a quick quiz.
Question 1. True or false? Building a successful career in the United States automatically guarantees that you can stay long-term. Answer: false. Even if your career is thriving, you still need the right visa or legal immigration status to remain in the country. Question 2. Can creative professionals like stylists, designers, or artists qualify for certain U.S. work visas if they demonstrate significant achievements in their field? Answer: yes. Some visa categories allow creative professionals to qualify if they can show strong professional achievements and recognition in their industry. Question 3. True or false? If one lawyer tells you that getting a visa is impossible, it means there are no other immigration options. Answer: false. Immigration cases can be complex, and sometimes a different visa strategy or legal perspective can reveal other options. Question 4. What kind of evidence do you think might help support a visa application for a creative professional? Answer: things like professional credits, media coverage, awards, major clients, or industry recognition can often help strengthen a visa case. Question 5. True or false? Many U.S. visas are temporary at first, but can be renewed depending on the visa category. Answer: true. Many U.S. visas are issued for a limited time, but can be renewed or extended if you continue to meet the requirements of that visa category. Did you get 3 out of 5 or more? Then you already know more about U.S. visas than most people starting the process.
Becky's story is a powerful reminder of how far determination and persistence can take you. From a small boutique in Norwich to building a career in Hollywood, her journey shows that big opportunities can grow from very small beginnings. But it also highlights something many international professionals eventually discover. Building a successful career in the United States is only part of the challenge. Navigating the immigration system is another. And in many ways, Becky's experience reminds us how important preparation can be for anyone considering a visa path like the E2 investor visa. Along the way, many applicants find themselves taking similar practical steps, identifying the right business opportunity, working with an experienced immigration lawyer early in the process, setting up U.S. bank accounts and financial records, and making sure the business operations are properly structured before the move. Handling these details early can make the entire transition much smoother. Because behind every visa approval, there's something deeply personal, a dream, a career, and the determination to keep moving forward until you find the right path. What part of this story inspired you the most? Let us know in the comments and follow our channel for more stories just like this.